Hey traders, and welcome to this week's weekly stock market wrap-up and outlook. We're just about to start off here with the S&P 500 as per usual. Now, as we can see here, we have rejected this area quite nicely. If you remember, we were short and then got stopped out sort of last week. And then basically it just formed an outside reversal. We got stopped out in this candle. It had a lot of volatility here. And then started to drift lower, and the intradays were quite nice, so we took another short. Now the short isn't quite as big of a scale in as we were doing in with this one, but still, nonetheless, we're still in this one anyway, watching for any pullbacks. Now this candle doesn't really concern us too much because it's on a Friday, and as we say before, like Friday candles, they're not really something you really need to pay much attention to. But it could be something to keep an eye on nonetheless, because it could get a quick pop higher, possibly up to here, before drifting lower. This, I would say, the higher likelihood of something like this, quick pop higher, and then possibly heading towards this area at the end of the week and the following week. And then from here, it's going to be a little bit harder because we do have a little bit of support here, going all the way back to here. But there's a good chance that we could head back to here and start to play the range type action that we've seen before. We could even break below this and potentially pull back higher. But again, we're not trying to go too far into the future. We're just trying to project what we can see pretty much in the moment. So to start next week, be looking at something like this, like a quick pull up or pull back up to here. Which would be a nice Fibonacci retracement, probably a 0.5 roughly to here, and look for further bearish momentum to the downside. Now we could obviously come back up and then start to trend higher, break out. This could trap many shorts who have been shorting this, including myself, which I'm fine with being taken out because I have other stocks which will be positively affected because if this happens, that's good. So that's always one of the things you need to keep an eye on. Apart from that, that's pretty much all we're looking for with the S&P. Now, let's take a look at the volatility index. Nothing really spectacular. We came back all the way, sold off, into this little area. Wouldn't be surprised to see this sort of pull back to here, and then possibly spike higher if the S&P starts to have a quick volatile move. To the downside, we could see a quick, pop higher with the UVXY and the other volatility ETFs as well. Now, let's have a look at US oil. Not really clean price action whatsoever. So just random up and down days. It's just, you can't really place any good price action onto this. So not really something we're overly interested in. The only tiny minor pattern which we've just seen is potentially this. Now, this is a bullish pattern, considering we've got a bullish trend starting to form here. We could see, if it starts to really respect the pattern, could see 60s or above within the next couple of weeks. If the pattern fails, we could just obviously head lower. So just something to keep an eye on. Yes, let's have a look at lithium. Okay, so we were looking here back last week. Very nice clean break out of this trend line. We're starting to break back into and below it, which is not a huge concern. Like I said before, as long as we stay above this area, I'll remain bullish. And along with the individual stocks as well. So that's pretty much all needs to be done on that one. Bitcoin, very choppy action, similar to US oil. Nothing really going on here. So, although some of the smaller cryptos are starting to trend nicely on my crypto watch list, but the likes of Ripple are doing nothing as well. Gold came back down to this area, 1280-ish. Formed a nice bit of deceleration price action. Closed as a nice bullish engulfing on Friday. We could see this start to trend a little bit higher you know, it's a little bit in no man's land right now. Not overly fond of it. You could say it's in a bit of a support zone here, and yeah, something to look forward to. You know, if it does start to break higher. Well, I'm not really going to put on my watch list this week. And just to quickly move on to NIO, this is one we've been covering for a few weeks. Got a few nice trades on it, and then got stopped out. I think it was this day when it had a volatile move, and then didn't re-enter. I'm glad it didn't, because they had earnings release, and yeah, pretty much was pretty dismal in terms of market reaction, and you know what they'd sort of promised in 2018 and what it's turned out to be in 2019. So I just done a quick Twitter search on NIO there, and so here's one. So company said in 2018 that they would open Shanghai factory. One of the things, they would sell 40,000 cars in 2019 and 100k. You know, that's quite a lot. So what happened was they then said there's something like 2,000. So there are 2,616 cars so far this year. So yeah, it's a big double whammy of a hit. So no Shanghai factory and only selling that amount of cars, which, yeah, sort of begs the question, you know, why would you want to hold this thing if they're not going to be doing what they're saying? So that's where you need to reevaluate, you know, these sorts of trades and things, and you know, you make your own decision if you want to long the stock or you want to short the stock. Personally, I'm going to stay out of it for a little while, let it calm down, re-look at the fundamental side again, see if anything changes, and then go from there. So going back to charts here, PYX still being very patient on this. So yeah, nothing happening until I'm really looking at this with more of a pullback scenario. So I'm really not that interested in going looking for any trades in this on the long side. I'm definitely not looking for this in the short side whatsoever. But I wouldn't be looking to take anything really until we pull back quite a bit, until like 18 to 16. That way, people think, oh, this thing's going back down to 11 or below, which probably isn't the case, although, you know, it could be. But I like to buy on huge pullbacks, and we'll see if there get any entry signals. There'll be a couple of signals I'll be specifically looking for. So yeah, that's pretty much in that one. One I was quickly looking at last week was Sears, but this is a very risky one. So still have it on watch, watching this pop and then a quick pullback. So yeah, I'm going to have an on watch for Monday, see how it reacts, and potential one as well. TNXP, that was one from last week, don't need that in there anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much it, wraps it up for this week. I think there was, I'm trying to think, was there another one? OSTK, one I liked quite a bit. I like the fundamental side of it and the story behind it. If you look into it, it looks really cool. They have their own trading platform and everything, and it looks different. You know, it's powered by like blockchain sort of stuff, but in a good way, not in like not taking advantage of the hype, but actually implementing something that's really good. So I'm looking to see about this one. Again, pullbacks, you know, Fibonacci, we'll use a bit of that. Yeah, looking between 17 and 16 is where I'll be looking for any good signals to potentially long in here. I'm not going to be chasing this. Pullbacks will be, you know, my favorite sort of thing to do. So just waiting on something like that appearing, and yeah, go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.